Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 188 of It'll Be Fine. I'm your friend and your pal Kelly Zimnikas, and on today's show we are making Buttertarts. One of my favorite things, hands down. If you're an American watching this show and you're thinking, what the hell is a Buttertart? You're about to find out. And I say to you in advance, you are welcome, because oh my gosh, they are so good. And I'm so happy to be taking this adventure today alongside my friend, the super funny, the comedy powerhouse, the kitchen whiz. Oh my gosh, this woman needs her own cookbook. Darcia Armstrong is on the show today for the third time. This is the third annual Kelly and Darcia Holiday Bake on It'll Be Fine. So let's get started, friends. It's time to butter tart. It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh gosh, well, it's kind of
To make them up.
it's
a little
kind of
bit.
a recipe I'm making up on the spot because I went to the store and we were out of almond flour. So I was going to be making variations of cookies with an almond flour base. We're not doing that now.
No, but we have some different flours, which I will
Right.
show here.
Mhm.
We've got coconut flour, which I've used before.
Yeah.
It's quite lovely.
It is.
Pancakes,
It's
actually.
got a, yeah,
It's
it's got a
a hearty
great
pancake.
texture and a nice flavor.
Yeah. What else do we have?
We also have hazelnut flour, which I've never used before.
Me neither.
But opening the package, I'm not fond of it because it looks
It's a
more.
little chunky.
Yeah,
As I get older, I get angrier about it because the women in my family with the dark hair,
Yeah.
their hair turns red when they get older. Instead of going gray, their hair goes red, then white, like white. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how is that fair? Like, they get this like dark hair and all of a sudden red is running through it. And then their hair is red with white running through it. And then their hair is like Snow White. It's gorgeous.
That sounds beautiful.
It is. It is. And here I am, like stuck with 12 gray hairs that looks like pubes growing out of my head. It's ridiculous. See me because I'm only seeing like a.
No, it just says Darcia.
Well, that isn't any good. But these
Yeah.
butter tarts are not for me. They're not vegan. They're not gluten-free. They are for everybody else but me, much like everything I do at Christmas. Like I go crazy at Christmas and I can't eat any of it, but I just enjoy the cooking and the baking. My dog's, it fits my dog's personality so perfectly.
Can I get that shirt?
Right? I
I
actually put it too small by accident the first time, so I'm gonna try to shove it on my cat and see what happens. If I don't survive the holidays, you know why.
I think most people deserve a shirt like that.
Right?
I think so, because we were gonna, I was thinking of having you in the kitchen, but it's fucked up again. So forget it.
It's so fucked up, Kelly. Like it's just
Yay! Let's start baking. So
Yay!
today we're gonna do a dish that I have been so excited to try on the show. And when I've been talking to my American friends, they're like, "What the fuck is a butter tart?" We are
it's
going
true.
to show them. Yeah.
I lived in the States for 5 years, and the closest that they have is like, okay, first of all, they don't really call anything tarts. It's like mini pies, right? Like tarts are just a foreign concept to
Right.
them.
Yeah.
But they no idea what butter tarts are. The closest they have is like the pecan pie, which is, and they call them mini pecan pies. But
That's
yeah, I was when I was in university, I was president of the International Student Council, and we put on like this big kind of international buffet for people that they could buy tickets for, and I made
Yeah.
butter tarts, and they went crazy for them.
amazing.
When I was in the States, I did for the first time ever try a Twinkie.
What did you think?
It was disgusting. Oh my God. It was like, and everyone's looking at me like they're so excited. I'm going to try this Twinkie for the first time in my life. And all I could taste was like chemicals, and it kind of dissolved in my mouth. I'm like, this is what you eat instead of like butter? Okay, then. Okay. You know what? That's fine.
Flour, sugar, salt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cross stitch for some, I don't know why reason.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I know why. It's because it was something that my grandmother loved doing, was cross stitch.
Yeah.
And closer to the beginning of the pandemic, my grandmother passed away, and I picked up I started doing cross stitch.
Yeah.
Just because it was something that she really enjoyed doing. But unfortunately, I got roped into making some cross stitch for friends to give away as Christmas presents.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to get all this stuff ready for Christmas. Plus I'm trying to finish up my last cross stitch. I'm not bright is what I'm saying.
You're very giving is what you are. You're very, very giving. All right.
Okay.
Butter.
I'm just adding the butter right now. That's what I'm doing. You can't really see it, but that's what's happening.
Yeah, I decided to cut my butter while it was in the wrap, which was done. Butter right now.
Nice.
Doing that. Oh,
Now, here's the one part of the recipe where I switched is when we get to adding the egg and the water. Now it calls for 2 tablespoons of cold water.
yeah.
But I find that 2 tablespoons and 1 egg just isn't enough. I use up to 4 tablespoons of water to get my dough where I want it to.
Perfect. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so adding in the butter now. Good.
Yeah, so you can see it's it doesn't come together with the 2 tablespoons, I find. Are you finding it's coming together?
I went ahead and added 4, and this looks beautiful.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna scrape down my sides and add 2 more.
I'll just show you here. This is what I've got dough-wise. I'm really loving the texture of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
So
That is exactly what you're looking for.
all right. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm really happy with the texture of this. It looks like a big ball of Play-Doh.
Yeah. Normally I am, but I don't know.
All right, let me get some for this wrap. All right, so 2 logs. This one. And does this go into the fridge to rest or just at room temp?
No, it goes into the fridge to rest for an hour.
Do a little kielbasa sausage kind of thing, or?
I just kind of about there.
That works. It's like a potato.
Yeah.
It's like a potato.
Exactly.
Okay, so we'll wrap these up, do 1 more of these, then into the fridge for 1 hour. My tins. How many does this yield? Because I have a dozen.
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to yield. I usually do I usually do double batches, but
Okay. All right.
so
Do you recommend putting the cupcake liners in these, or is it better to?
I've never done that. I don't know, because you've got to form the dough, right? So you probably push the dough right into the pastry right into the paper, and then you'd end up eating paper.
Yeah, I wonder if it throws off the bake for some things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say to do it in the recipe as far as I can.
Or maybe if you formed the tart. No, you know what? Even if I wanted to, I would still bake them right in the tray and then just put them in the cup, the liners that look pretty to give away, or something.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true.
I'm just plugging in my microwave.
Oh, that's cool. No worries.
Every time I try to use both plugs at once with this outlet, the breaker goes.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not. So I just unplug everything. That way I have to plug it in and I remember, you know?
What do you think of the new kitchen?
I like it. I was watching one of your other episodes and I noticed it and I was like, ooh.
It's nice. It keeps going that way.
Nice. Not find dark brown sugar, so I'm just going with the regular old-fashioned brown sugar.
I got it. And you soaked your raisins overnight in rum, correct?
I did. That's not part of the recipe, but I just, it's, you know, it's my little touch. I figure it's sweet enough. It can use this little bit of bite to it. And nobody likes in their tarts hard raisins. You know, like those, you know what I'm talking about when you get like the, so this just plumps it up.
That makes complete sense. You do want like a nice chew to this. You don't want anything like crunchy in your butter.
Exactly.
So for this, we've got the raisins, we've got the corn syrup, the sugar, the butter, vinegar, and vanilla, correct? And the eggs.
Yeah, so you're gonna start with your sugar, your corn syrup, and your butter.
Okay.
And then you're gonna whisk that until it combines.
One of my favorite things about corn syrup is that they bother to list ingredients.
No, it's so bad for you. And you know, Anna Olsen has a different recipe where it's maple syrup instead of corn syrup, but this is the original. I like this one.
Yeah. Sometimes I always have corn syrup in the cupboard just for like those random items like this that call for it. But I think I use corn syrup once a year, maybe.
Yeah, this is pretty much the only time that I use it. And then I end up just like, I don't know, tossing the rest of the corn syrup, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's just the worst thing. This and cornstarch, I wish came in tiny packs like you get ketchup. So then you only use what you need.
Right?
This is insane. It's insane.
That's so smart. I think you just came up with a new business idea, Kelly.
I'll go on Shark Tank.
Do it.
Should we be starting up the oven yet?
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure. So 400?
400. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I try to, whenever I go somewhere, I try to pick up, you know, spices that actually like grow in the area or, you know.
That's awesome. Very good idea. All right. Well, this is more liquidy, happily. But this is the color I've got.
It looks pretty good, I think. Hold on here. Yeah, that's looking nice. Mine's looking a little bit darker, I think, than yours, but
Okay. Oh yeah,
but I think it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Wait.
All right, so now that we've done this, we're gonna go back to our dough.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let this sit for a minute. Actually, I'm just gonna tidy things up a little bit because I'm making quite a mess over here.
Me too. Yeah.
Mark and I have always had this open door policy, so anybody who wants to come for Christmas dinner can come. You know, I always get like an 18-pound turkey, and I make all the potatoes. Like, so
Yeah.
he had his friends come one year, and the family and friends, everyone's watching movies in the living room, and I'm in the kitchen just going crazy trying to get everything ready. My friends and my husband's friend says to him, "Oh, what are you doing? Like, you should be helping your poor wife. She's all by herself in the kitchen." And Mark was like, "Do not go in there, dude. Like, just let her be. Don't do it." And he ignores her, but he comes in and starts doing dishes. I didn't realize he was doing them right behind me. I took a big, huge pot of the potatoes to drain, and I whipped them over, and there he's standing there, and he has my strainer, which was in the sink. It's filled with suds, dirty dishes in the sink. And I'm like, what are you doing? Get out of my kitchen. And I like yelled this at this poor guy, and he just drops everything, goes lumbering out. And Mark's like, dude, I told you wouldn't listen. I'm yelling.
All right. So we're rolling these out each to be like a full circle.
Yeah, exactly. And about a 1/4 inch. I might not have cut mine the most evenly, but we'll see.
Give us a crack.
I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I know you're just supposed to let the rolling pin do the work, right? And you're not supposed to really push down that hard, but I'm always like, as soon as I get the rolling pin in my hands, I'm like, I turn into the Hulk.
I'm with you. I don't know why I don't get along with rolling pins, but I don't. I've had better success, honestly, using a wine bottle.
Nice. I bought this rolling pin a million years ago. This one here.
Okay.
Because it's a non-stick rolling pin, so less flour, right?
Yeah. So here's one dish.
And every single year, I'm like, I'm going to buy myself a new rolling pin, and I never do.
If I could just get your notes, Teach, on this one. How's this looking?
Yeah, that looks good. I feel like mine are a little bit thick, but it's better to go too thick, test it out, and then go back, right?
That is true. Fair enough. All right.
Putting the raisins in or anything yet?
No,
So
I have 3 more. I've got 3 more to do. Those look beautiful. I'm halfway through this one, so get in there. Get in there. Just give me one hot sec.
I put a little bit too much, like more rum than necessary in my raisins this year. So the good news is that there's going to be rum in this bowl, which means I'm hoping that there'll be enough for like a couple of shots for Mark and I after this is over.
Oh, most definitely.
So you know how you get these at like the like on Spadina or something? I love these. They're like $1 each.
Yeah.
I use them for everything, like scooping olives out of the jar, like, you know, and it's perfect for this too.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, amazing.
Fun. I feel like I'm showing off my homework to a teacher.
Sorry?
It's like I'm showing my homework to my teacher. It's like, did I do good?
You get an A+.
Yay. Alrighty.
Okay, so it doesn't say how high to fill the raisins, but I mean, sorry, to fill the cups, but
Yeah.
I fill them about, you know, 2/3, like 2/3 to 3/4. Like it, my dough always spills over, so I don't really worry about it going over the sides too much.
Right. Okay. Me
So
too.
we're gonna pop it in the oven for 5 minutes, and then we're just gonna reduce it to 375, and then it gets 20 more minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so it's at 400 right now.
Yeah, we're out of the oven. This is insane. This smells so good. Oh my gosh. When's the next Black Sheep show? The virtual one?
Well, we've canceled. We're not going to run any live ones in January and February, but we are going to do a Zoom show on the 15th of January.
Oh, cool.
And it's going to feature the same people that we had scheduled for our New Year's Eve party. So we're going to have Leonard Chan headlining, featuring Albel and Lars Classington. So it's going to be a killer show. It's going to be pay what you can.
I'm tearing up. I am tearing up already. Oh man, this I wish there was scratch and sniff. People could like just.
I know.
Well, make them yourself at home, friends. Just make these yourself.
When do they cool down, Kelly? And you see them all cooled down with that amazing like sugar crust on top, and yay!
So good. How long should we wait for them?
I don't know. I usually make Mark wait until morning, but I don't think you have to wait that long. Like obviously you can't bite into them when they're hot. you will
Obviously.
get like third-degree burns, right? That's the thing about hot sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, friends, don't eat these now. You got to wait a little bit. So what I'm thinking is later on, send me a video clip of either you or Mark having, or not you, because you can't have them. But if you could send me a video of Mark tucking into one, if he's cool, I'll use that at the end of the show.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Thanks so much for doing this.
No, thank you.
Awesome.
I love being on your baking show, Kelly. Thank you
Yay.
so much for having me. And I will send you the photos for sure.
Amazing. Nice.
Yay.
We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. So, everyone watching at home, this is my Aunt Ruth. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. So we are going to do a taste test of the Buttertarts because, as I was telling you, Darcia can't eat these. My guest, who I was just baking with, she's got so many allergies. So
All right.
let's get one out here. So this is a homemade butter tart as done by Anna Olson. As I mentioned during the episode, actually I didn't even mention it, but go to the YouTube comments. There's a link. You can make this at home yourself. This is a classic. It's a classic Canadian treat, right?
Yeah.
The butter tart. So
And Anna Olson, she's a good cook.
she's a really good cook. She really is. As are me and Darcia.
Yeah.
Do you want to half this? Should we have one?
Oh, yes.
So I just want to show the friends at home. When these come out of the oven, you cannot eat this immediately because it's hot sugar. So you've got to let this set overnight if you have the
Preferably.
Yeah, preferably. But we're hungry. So look at this beautiful bake. Looks fabulous. Honest reaction. Homemade butter tart. Here we go. Mmm. Oh, that's good. Oh. Oh, that's buttery and sweet, and you got a little raisin at the bottom.
Oh, they're very good.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Whose recipe is this?
Oh, that's Anna Olson's.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, Darcia, for walking me through this. I wish you could try one. It's good.
You don't know what you're missing.
It'll be fine.